You know what? You're right. You are a therapist. There are a lot of times I remember coming here and like I'm just going through something.
Yeah.
I talk about it with you. I'm like, okay, I feel way better after leaving. Today we're having a conversation with someone I consider also my brother. He's also been my tattoo artist now for about 1.5 years. This is Ash, and we're just gonna have a conversation today. Talk about what it takes to be an artist.
If you're like a hardcore artist, you know, you just, you know, let's say I'm just gonna go out, just draw. You know, I'm not even asking for money, you know what I mean? Because that's your passion. I've said this before, there's a difference between passion and your job, you know? That's your passion, you know? Just basically you're just nurturing yourself, your mind. That's what keeps you going, you know what I mean? You just learn how to be enough.
Ooh. Ooh.
Huh?
That one hit deep, bruh. We just learn how to be enough? What does that mean for you?
Learn how to be enough. We have a lot of like 7 goals in life. For me, I feel like the enough is like, don't think that it's gonna happen for like 24 hours, you know what I mean? Happy what you have, you know?
Yeah, happy with what you have. Yeah. Be content.
Be content for what you have. Keep dreaming, I guess. Stay committed, yeah, there you go. Don't stop, you know? Enough doesn't mean that you're gonna stop.
There you go.
Like I said, you gotta love what you do.
You guys gotta follow Ash on Instagram. I'm gonna leave his link in the description below, but also on screen as well. Yeah, he's a tattoo artist here in the Bay Area, so if you guys are looking to get some work done, this is the legendary artist right here.
Bye, Nak. Hello to my family. Everybody, hello.
Later. Morning. Alright, this store is always super freaking dark. I don't know why, but it looks like we got a few items up there. Can I see that? Yeah, that's the one, yeah. It says Yashica right here, y'all. What is this thing? That's actually a really clean Super 8 camera. Looks like it has some film inside of there. So it's a Canon Rebel XS right here with a 28-70 Sigma lens. 75 bucks, 50% off. It's gonna be around like 35. Still probably not something I would pick up, so I'm gonna pass on this one right here. All right, so they have cameras in here, but just nothing really worthwhile. I mean, you got some flashes everywhere, you got a couple of different lenses up in the boutique area, but there's gonna be times when you go to a thrift store and there's just not gonna be anything. And honestly, it's probably 90% of the time. So I'm probably gonna head out of this place soon, hit up the next spot. Bro, why are you going backwards? Yo, we might have thrift stores in the Bay Area, but we for sure don't have good drivers. Jesus. This lady parked like an absolute dweeb. Freaking Mrs. Puff trained her how to drive. Hello, good morning. It's gonna be this brown case right here.
That's a book. That's a book.
Another Super 8 camera. Ooh, look at this Agfascope 200. Look at that vintage packaging right there, man. That's pretty cool. I don't care where I park. Let's get it. We found a parking spot. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Thank you. All right, it is popping right now. There are tons and tons of people out. Maybe because of the good weather. I'm not sure, but I feel good about this. Back at the thrifts again. We back at the thrifts again. So far, we've been walking around for like 5 minutes or so. Haven't really found anything, but 48 megapixel. Oh shit. Nikon FM2 with the 51.4. What? 180? 180. It's a 51.8 from Canon right here. All right, FM2, 51.4. That for 180. That's not a bad play. And the thing is, you know, with those cameras, you are kind of taking a risk. 180 for me is kind of just a steep price for a camera that I don't even understand. Majo. Thought it's a camera. Yo. like giving up. We got one more spot. After that, I'm over it. I'm over it today. We're gonna head back. This is why it's really tough to make these videos sometimes, because you guys only really get to see like the highlight reel. That's, you know, essentially when I do find good things. But there are a lot of times where I just don't find anything at all, and I guess today just might be one of those things. Yo, this gotta be the biggest Goodwill I have ever seen. All right, man, we're at this gigantic Goodwill. It says Goodwill Outlet. What the hell is this? I've never even seen one of these before. But Goodwill has earned the reputation of not being the best place for film cameras. Something I've learned is you gotta check the places where you don't really expect it to be. All right, you guys, so this thrift store, okay, by the way, it's day 2. This thrift store closed down earlier last year and just reopened. So let's see if there's anything good today. It looks completely different. Oh my gosh.
We try to post a lot on there.
All right, so nothing really crazy, but we did find a 10x camera. I always get those cameras because they're probably some of the best underrated 22 film cameras you could get, so I'm gonna pick that one up. All right, man, it is day number 3. If we get skunked out today, I might just give up on this video. Check this out, man. A little bit of what do you call these again? Macchiatos? All right, man, so I really don't know how this is gonna turn out. It could be really good today, or it could be really trash. Some days you score, other days you skunk, and the trend this week obviously has been a skunk. So now I don't know if I could show this yet, but this lens right here, man, this is like a prototype. It releases next month. This lens is fire. All right, that's it. Let's go to the thrifts. Oh my god. Damn, boy, they got hella cameras in here. This camera right here, please. Yeah. We got that Elan 7 right here. 25 bucks, 25% off. I'm gonna take this one.
Oh, you want to take that one?
But can I see something else over there? Yes, please. Got that Mamiya lens right here. 25 bucks too.
Is that a gun?
It's a gun. It's a gun if you take pictures.
Like a gun? No.
Ooh, Yashica FR2. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's a weird shutter button. That's like a flat shutter button on top. That lens right there too. I'm gonna have to sit on this one for a second. Spotmatic SP 55 1.8. 25% off. Not a bad deal. We got another one right here. Body only is 25 bucks. This one's in super clean condition. Alright, we might have to pick this one up right here too. You know what? I'm gonna take these 4. That one probably no. Thank you though. I'll take those as well, yeah. Dude, okay, hold on. No freaking way. We just what? How much are they asking for this bad boy? It's gotta be a lot. No price tag yet. 140? Okay, I gotta get this one too. 51.8. Bruh, this is like one of my what? Good thing I saw this because it was in that corner right there. And honestly, I did not even realize there was a camera over there until we opened it up. That's a freaking Canon F1. So a lot of people don't know this, but this is a removable lens prism. And look at this bad boy. Bro, you gotta be kidding me right now. Okay, I'm gonna take this one too. I can't believe I found it here. I know. I'm shaking. I didn't realize it's here. Man, sometimes you gotta just wait. You gotta wait for it. You know, you're not gonna hit. And then one day you just hit the jackpot all in once. No way, man. It's got the finder too. Or excuse me, the battery grip. Vivitar Series 1 right here, 29 or 28 to 90. Oh, plus it's 25% off. Bro, we literally just walked out with the freaking biggest haul. stuff. Like, I just donated some stuff, but we just, oh shit, the bag's ripping. We just walked out with a jackpot. No freaking way, man. All right, hold on. Bro. Call me Santa Claus. Okay. All right, you guys. So we are finally back home after a long week of thrifting, finding absolutely nothing. But we freaking hit the jackpot today. I don't know if you guys can see this in frame, but we have this gigantic bag full of camera gear, and I'm gonna show you guys each and every single one and talk a little bit about each piece. All right, so before we jump into these thrift finds, I wanna do a quick little announcement. By the time this episode goes live, I will be up in Seattle, Washington, working on my book, but also doing some projects behind the scenes there. So if you guys have any recommendations, or maybe if you guys just wanna hang out, leave it in the comment section down below. And secondly, we do give away one film camera every single month from these thrift videos. So be sure really fast to subscribe down below and also follow me over on my Instagram, because that's where I announce everything, which I'm going to leave right here. So where do I even start? All right, so the first find from this thrift episode is this Pentax camera. So we paid a grand total here of $10. And as you guys know, over the years, I am a huge fan of the Pentax IQZ zoom cameras. And this one right here, I really, really liked because one, it's that all kind of black colorway, and it has a weird like kind of rounded boxy shape to it. Something about that is just really fun to me. But these cameras are great. They're consistent, they put out good images, and you can't go wrong with this for 10 bucks. So not the craziest deal, but I will be gifting this to one of my friends who has been wanting to shoot film, and I know for sure is gonna love it. All right, moving on to this bag right here. First things first, we have this Pentax Spotmatic right here. And this is in really, really good condition, if not mint. It almost looks like it's straight out of somebody's collection. And one thing that I really like about these cameras is that one, they're fully mechanical, but it has this dope little logo kind of Pentax thing going on right here. Really, really nice touch. And for $24.99 with, I think 25% off, this ended up being around like 18 bucks. This is a really good pickup. And I think it's a very, very nice camera for somebody out there looking just to get started with film photography. I remember at one point I used to collect the Spotmatics because, you know, they're kind of sleeper cameras. Nobody really talks about them as much. And funny enough, we picked up a second body, the exact same one, but this one came with a lens. All right, so here it is right here, you guys. It has that beautiful 55mm 1.8, I believe. Just look at how gorgeous that front element is on this lens right here. And it is a radioactive lens from what I've heard. That's why it turns yellow. Now, we did pick this up for $74.99 with a 25% off deal. So I forgot the entire total cost of it here. Total cost would be 60 bucks right here, $61. And you know, for a completely working, almost immaculate condition Pentax Spotmatic SP with this really, really amazing lens, which by the way is very popular amongst people who like to adapt their lenses to like their Sony cameras, 60 bucks is actually a pretty good deal for this camera. Now we're gonna get into some of the more crazy finds. And I say crazy because all of these cameras at one point in time were cameras that I personally wanted. All right, so the first one here, which is probably one of the more crazy finds, is this camera, the Canon ELAN 7. But the ELAN 7 was one of the cameras that I really, really liked because for a long time I shot with a Canon EOS 3, which is this guy's bigger brother. And the EOS 3 was great, but it just was a little bit more bulky. And so I always wanted an ELAN 7 because it's pretty much the same internals as the EOS 3, just in a smaller compact size. Now here's the crazy part, you guys. This thing has a price tag of $24.99 with that 24% off, or 25% off, excuse me. So grand total for this camera right here, I paid $20.50, which is absolutely insane considering these cameras online go for a pretty penny. The camera works, and not only does it works really, really well. And the condition that it's in is probably, I would say like a 9 out of 10. Really, really good condition. So the last two bags here actually come in bags, which is kind of funny because you could tell these were not the original bags that the cameras came in. The first one here is this Nikon bag, and I was confused because when I opened it up, I found none other than a Yashica camera, of course. And not only did it come with a Yashica camera, it also came with a Pentax flash. Look at that, sticking onto the brand. Now this was one of the more expensive cameras in this list here. It was 99 bucks right here with a 25% off coupon. So it ended up being like 75 bucks. I think the FR2 is not one of the more desirable Yashica cameras from my knowledge. I mean, really it has an auto mode, so you're gonna be relying on a battery to operate. And once that's dead, it's pretty much dead. But the main reason why I picked this one up in particular is because of the viewfinder. When you look inside of the viewfinder, it's really nice and big, but the prism inside is like this micro prism. It has like a split image prism, but it also has this really nice textured kind of circle in the middle where if you're in focus, it makes the image really clear. So it's just super easy to focus. And I remember seeing something like that in Juan from Beers and Cameras. His Leica R9 had one of those inside of his camera. And at least from all the testing that I have done, the camera actually works. All the shutter speeds work. I mean, like this is it with bright sunlight. And then when you take it over into a darker setting, but I'm gonna need to put a roll of film through it, shoot a roll, see what it looks like, and then from there on, I can decide whether or not it is, you know, a functioning camera or not. But between this one and maybe even the Pentax camera, these two right here, comment down below which one you guys would prefer me to give away. I mean, both cameras are in really good condition, so it doesn't matter, but it's just a matter between, you know, something that you can just pop a roll of film into and not think about, or the Pentax Spotmatic where you have to expose it more manually. All right, and last but not least, you guys, the best find of all, one that honestly was about to pass right through my fingers. I had no clue this was about to be in that bag because I was literally about to check out and I was like, there's a bag in that corner, like, hey, let me see that one real quick. So once again, to follow suit, it came in this Nikon bag, actually a pretty nice bag, not gonna lie. And I did end up paying a little bit more for this one. I paid like $140 with 25% off, so I think it ended up being around like $115, which is still not a bad play for this camera. But for 115 bucks, it's going into my personal collection and I'm just never gonna get rid of it. So just to get straight to the point here, the camera we found, folks, was this beautiful Canon F1N. This is the new F1. And if you guys know about Canon film cameras, this is one of the best 35mm film cameras Canon has ever made. At one point, it was sponsored to, you know, photograph the Olympics, and it's just an absolute tank. I mean, this thing has a lot of weight to it, and you can even customize all of the different focusing screens, which is pretty cool. Now, I owned an F1 back in the day, and I had it for maybe like 4 years or so. I ended up selling it just because I felt like I wasn't getting much use out of it, but I remember immediately regretting that decision and wanting another Canon F1. And I told myself I wouldn't get one unless I found it in a thrift. So being able to freaking find another one in the thrift, what the hell, that's crazy. Now I did test the camera, everything works. The only thing that needs a little bit of work, I think, is the light seals. I was freaking blown away when I found this. I was literally like shaking in the video because you guys know how much these go for online. And inside of the main compartment, you even have the OG Canon F1 manual. But this was probably the most unsuccessful, successful day of thrifting I've ever had. You know, I really did feel like giving up, and at the very last second, we came in and hit the jackpot. But that's pretty much going to wrap up this thrift episode. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys enjoyed it. And if you like these videos, definitely hit that subscribe button down below. One of my goals this year is to grow this channel up to 200K. So if you guys want to follow along for my thrifting journey or my photography journey, definitely subscribe down below. But that's gonna wrap it up. I'll see you guys in the next episode. As always, Minolta Gang. Whew.